Local 3.
Okay, this is going to sound like something out of a fairy tale, at least it does to me. A baby left in a box becomes adopted by loving parents, and that is exactly what happened for our next guest. Her name is Lauren Landsmann. Her son's name is Ben. She and her husband live in Vienna, and Ben came into their lives through something called a safe haven baby box. Well, now her mom, as any good grandmother would do, Carol Burhan, is working to bring that program to Chattanooga. So lucky for us, Lauren happened to be in town from Vienna. Carol snagged her and brought her our way this morning. So good to see you both. Is it wrong that I kind of made it sound like the fairy tale you would read to your child at night, Lauren? But that's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, in many ways it was like that. It was sudden. You get a call, there's a baby for you, and we took him home 8 days later.
So you were telling me, Carol, that these baby boxes exist all over the world. I think you told me there are 200 of them already here in the U.S. Is that right?
That's correct. And there's a long history of the baby box or baby hatch dating back to the 1100s. And the U.S. got their first one in 2016 when Monica Kelsey, who was a baby who had been abandoned in Indiana, realized these existed and were a possibility and put her efforts into bringing them to the United States.
So there are many steps to go through, so we're kind of working through the safety side of things to get it launched. But in Chattanooga, Lauren, my understanding is the baby box is going to go at a fire station. Is that right?
It'll be placed at Fire Station 6, which is right off of Bonnie Oaks Drive, which is near 153, so that makes it easily accessible. What would happen is simply a mother in crisis would drive up to the fire station. The box is installed in the side of the fire station. You open up the door, place the child in a bassinet, close the door, alarms ring at 911. These are silent alarms, and you have some time to leave, and then the child is immediately taken care of.
So, because there's always someone there at the fire station, so there will be someone to take the baby right away. And then, of course, like you said, 911 has been notified to send a team as well. So in Ben's case, in your son's case, how old was he? I know you said you brought him home 8 days later, but was he a newborn?
He was newborn, probably that same day.
Really?
Yes.
So are there any stipulations that will be in place when the Chattanooga one launches for how old a child can be?
The safe haven law stipulates that you can place a child in the baby box between birth and 14 days old.
Okay.
And then after that, the mother still has rights up to 30 days after.
So tell me a little bit then, if you don't mind, because we have not talked off camera yet. You and your husband, I guess, have been hoping to adopt for a while?
Yes. We signed up for adoption. This is run publicly in Austria. And we basically were in a pool of adoptive parents. And the way the system works in Austria is that they match the best couple with the child. So it's really focused around the child, what the child's profile is.
Okay.
And in our case, we were more than happy to take a child who had been placed in a baby box. Some people want an open adoption. This is not an open adoption. This is completely anonymous, and that is the difference between the regular safe haven law. This is the addition on top of that allows for complete anonymity for the mother.
So on the one hand, that's beneficial for the mother, but that also means that she will never be able to locate her child then?
Oh, there's always possibilities, especially these days. I mean, there are websites where a mother can write and give the background information, and the child can look for their birth mother there and match up. I mean, there are lots of possibilities.
Do you remember when you got the call from her?
I remember where I got the call. I was standing in Food City, and it was another name prior to that, but I was standing with a friend who had an adopted daughter, and I heard Lauren, and I said to Shirley, "Don't leave, I want you to hear this call with me." And Lauren said, "Mom, we have a baby. We have a baby boy." And it was astounding. Our whole family was overwhelmed. Even the people I worked with said, "We knew it was coming, we just knew it." It was wonderful.
So I only have a couple of minutes left. I wish I had a lot longer, but what does your son say about his story?
He thinks it's great. I mean, he's very, very happy. He has always known, we have always told him from the day one. He knows I'm here today. He asked me to, mention his name. His name is Ben. And, it's a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. And I mean, for me personally, it was really important to give a child a home who needed a home. This is something I wanted to do since I was 21 years old. And this allowed for it.
And what a gift his mother gave to him.
Absolutely.
Because from the very beginning, she thought of him and what was best for him.
And it's extremely brave. It is brave. It's probably the most unselfish move you could ever make. When you realize that you are a mother in crisis and you cannot care for the child, this is a very good option.
It's the first step you take of motherhood, right? Because you put the child before you.
Absolutely.
Watch in the coming days, though, as more and more gets launched about the new baby box coming here, because it's not in practice yet. They're working through the last steps to then get it installed and ready to go at Firehouse 6. Well, enjoy your time home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for emailing me, Carol. I think it's a marvelous story.
Thank you. We
Maybe next
appreciate
time Ben will come.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be great.
Come be a part of our family tree at Martin Boyd Christian Home, a nonprofit assisted living community. A family makes a house a home, and we value your family like our own. With all-inclusive rates and an experienced care team, you'll feel right at home. Call today to schedule a tour.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for one final summer celebration. That's why we've got the Labor Day deals you need to end one season and start the next.